In this video I'll show you how you can use our new chain object to actually test objects that is linked together. First off, we want to create a number of iflows that is different and that is linked together. So we're just using the pipeline because it is easiest for us to generate. You can obviously use all the objects you want. That makes sense for your scenario. So here I have an object. Yeah, I've moved it in. I will just migrate this and I need to check everything is okay, and now I can migrate it. This will create a pipeline concept message that we can use for running this scenario. So now it will start it, process it. I think there is a few changes that needs to happen for this to work. But now it shows that these are the objects that has been linked with this. So we got an inbound and two outbound, and all of them has been prefixed with 20, 40, 90, 10. Okay, we can obviously test it with the Figaf just by clicking on the link. So if it's migrated, we just select the test case. We'll just select the last one we created. We will add it to a link. We will create a test case, and now we can run it. And this will then trigger these iflows. Hopefully. And if we just look at the monitor here, we will hopefully see that there's a failure here. I think this is just because some setup that was not done correctly. So we can see we're getting an error on this message. We can check it. We can see that it is something about some date elements, some other elements that has been updated and ignored. That's all good. So that is how you can create a chain and use the chain as a part of your testing. Okay. So that is really easy if you've used the Figaf tool. But if you have not used the Figaf tool to do this, we can also do this manually. So we go here to the testing objects, select the CPI agent, select create iflow chain. We will call this demo 24/9. We need to select an interface for this. That's the sender interface that we can send messages on. If you had used the pipeline, you can also use the the iDoc channel or whatever you would be using for it. And then we select the outbound channels for it. So now we have actually created a chain that we can use to run this scenario. Good. If we then go back here, we can go in here and we can then link iflows. Now we have a new object that's called chain. And here we can select the one we just created. Select. So now we can see the object here is, but there's still all these sub-objects. We can then migrate the test case. Here it is going to be a little different because we don't know the suite that we, or the messages that we have. So we can see it is this iflow here. So here, yeah, so I guess it's this one, and then we need to find where the send step is in these element. We'll just select here. We could also select somewhere else in this flow for simplicity. And then we'll select the line item here, and here we can then select the processing here. Or for instance, we could also just have select the payload up here. It does not really matter. It just needs to be a place where the message can actually be recorded. So that is a new chain. We can run it, and if you run it, and the thing with chains is that you can do a lot of different configurations with these to run in different ways, simplicities, etc. Now we can see we are getting some messages that has been received in a little different flow than we expected it. So we get the invoice, that one is correct, but these line item we have selected in the wrong way in some format. so they are not matched correctly. This is the order expression. The order expression is a way for us to handle these scenarios. And if you look at this chain in here, we did have an order expression, so we need to do that also on this object here. So the order is just how do we get the ID for these specific messages. And then I think we need to re-migrate the test case, just because sometimes we would say that we will expect to get the data on the first run. I'll just select that from up here, and we don't always know that. So obviously this is a little more effort, and that's one of the benefits of the migration tool with the Figaf, that it just creates all of the objects you need here. And now hopefully this will work and we'll find the correct messages. So now we can see the order expression is correct. The last one not recorded for some reason. So that is the chain object that you can use. You can also just in here also create test cases on the chain if you know them directly. Record messages. It is obviously you need to have it recorded for all the different iflows when you are processing this. And here you can decide whether or not you just want the inbound or you want to have all the flows subsequent for it. I hope this gives you an idea about how the chained iflow works, how you can link together different iflows into one group, making it a lot easier for you to manage your migration and test these scenarios that you have that spans multiple different scenarios. So the key part that you must ensure here when working on this is that they have the same correlation ID. That is the way the Figaf tool is able to process all the messages in one go. So it can be process direct, it can be GMS, and if you have other adapters, they should at least set the same correlation ID. Everything, then it should be able to pick it up. So that is the key part of this. I hope you like this video, want to explore it. Please hit like, please share it with the people that are looking to work on these things. Thanks.